another episode of Get Festive with Kavya, and welcome to my kitchen. This is where we're going to be spending the rest of the day, I presume, because like you can tell from the title, I am finally getting around to making my Diwali sweets. I am incredibly late, but then I am also just in time. I was supposed to do this 3 days ago, but it was just so hectic. There was so much happening that I didn't have the time or the mental peace to do this well. And you guys know how much I enjoy cooking, so I really wanted to do this not just for the heck of it, but do it at a time when I can put in all the love, the time, and just enjoy the process. And I thought I'd vlog through the day and take you guys along with me. This is not going to be like a tutorial kind of a video, more like a vlog through the day as to how things shape up, what's happening, what I'm cooking. So if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, then hit the subscribe button right away, and do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching it. So without wasting any further time, let's get straight into this video. So to begin with, I am making a bunch of things like I told you that I have made before, besan laddu being one of them. I've made this multiple times before and everyone loves it. So last year, exactly this time for Diwali, we didn't have anything at home. The kitchen was just empty. We didn't have any bartan, we didn't have any ingredients, absolutely nothing, but I still made a batch of besan laddus. I'll put a picture right here. So I think I'm gonna stick to the tradition of that and make some besan laddus. But I'm also gonna be trying to make Punjabi mattis. My grandmom, I call her Mummy Ji, she makes the best mattis or matris, however you may call them, and they are so good. I've never tried them ever before, and I'm gonna also attempt to make that. By the way, I tried like so many ghee options in Dubai, but somehow this Amul pure ghee is the best. It just smells so good. Everything that I make with it feels so good versus the other ones. I know so many of you who are watching this are from UAE. I figured that from the previous vlogs. So do let me know in the comments below if there's any other ghee that you personally love. Like I still love Amul pure ghee, but yeah, do let me know in the comments below. I feel like the key to epic besan laddus is patience, because you just need to have so much patience to keep stirring it non-stop till it turns into that aromatic and nutty texture. You just want to keep going and stirring and stirring and stirring. So I think that is going to be a large part of this recipe, at least me just stirring away. I'm also planning to give this out to some relatives that we have here in Dubai, Anisha's side and my side. Like both our uncles are around and their families, so I want to give away like a batch to both of them. So I'm just going to be like doubling up the recipes accordingly for that. So it's going to be like a fairly large quantity. 20 minutes, you're done being alone. Waiting for it to start leaving the ghee, and once it cools down, I'll add the sugar, and then we'll be making our laddus. My arms hurt so much already. It's like I'm gonna have biceps and triceps by the end of this day. This is the greatest arm workout ever. I left the besan to cool, and I think in the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead and prepare my matki dough, because you can leave that aside for 30 minutes again after preparing the dough. So I think this is a good period in between to utilize the time to make the dough. I'm so nervous because I've never made this before, and I've always eaten the best mattis from Mummy Ji. So there's like this unsaid pressure on me that I have put on myself. So yeah, I just hope they turn out good. I don't know if you've had mattis before, but they are like so yummy and they're such a great snack. So I think that since I'm putting in all the effort and I'm going to be having the oil to deep fry and stuff, I might as well make a little more, because these don't get spoiled easily and they can last you like a couple of weeks and they are so yummy. So I think I'm just going to double up the portion again. this whole dough business. Hope this turns out good. So all the recipes that I went through said that you need to basically not dough it out like a chapati or a puri dough. It has to have that breadcrumb kind of a texture and consistency. So that is what I'm hoping to get right now. The besan laddu mixture has cooled down. Time to add the sugar and start making the laddus. Laddu is ready to be made into tiny little balls, and I think this is the most satisfying part because it feels like all your hard work has paid off. So I'm just going to be making these balls, and with that my first sweet is done. Besan laddus are done, and it's the moment of truth with the matti. I'm so nervous right now. You can ideally make them like big size, but I'm making these tiny bite-sized ones because they're easier to eat. You know, make these little pricks with a fork so that while you're frying it, it's easier to cook. Guys, my first matti is here from the first batch and it looks fine. So, moment of truth, let me just get a taste test. Anishu?
Ooh, it's flaky.
You don't have to say things, huh? Like, you can be honest.
See, no? It's like...
It is actually looking nice.
Yeah.
You can taste it first.
It's kind of better than the snacks you ordered.
It's so nice. It's tasting very ready-made, no?
It's really better than the ones you ordered.
We never ordered this.
The snacks that you ordered from Aladdin, much better than that.
So this is like a whole bunch of things to deep fry now. Stop eating! Leave some. Oh my god, the first batch is almost like half done because of this tasting. I'm so relieved because I was so stressed about this. I've never ever made this ever before. And like I told you guys, I don't feel very confident about atta business. That's not my forte. So yay! Guys, my coconut's finally here. I called for 2 packets, and what I'm finally making is coconut barfi. It's very easy actually. Yeah, so I thought I'd just make this coconut barfi because Anish seemed to really like it when we did that blind taste test. Let me know in the comments below what are some of the Diwali sweets that you guys usually make. I think I would like to make shakkar pare maybe tomorrow. Done with the coconut barfi, it's time to set it. and I'm just lining my brownie tin because I don't really have anything else to set this burfi in. But I think this should work just fine. And you know, funnily enough, Matti is like a Punjabi thing and coconut burfi is like a Malayali thing. So it just feels like a melting pot of both our cultures. Also I have some coarsely chopped dry fruits, so I'm just going to top it over and then we'll put it into set. So my coconut burfi is all done and I'm going to leave it to set for like 3 to 4 hours. I know this vlog was more about me cooking, but trust me, that's all that I did today and I'm so glad I got to share this with all of you. I hope you guys had fun. Do let me know if you'd like me to do more Cook with Kavya videos like this. Maybe like, I don't know, even once the festive season is over. And yeah, I really hope you guys are doing great and are all ready for Diwali. Wish you all a very, very, very happy Diwali. This was so much fun for me, this whole series of Get Festive with Kavya. I really hope you guys enjoyed it too. And do let me know in the comments below which were some of your favorite videos. And what do you guys think about doing a Get Festive with Kavya for the Christmas season? I think that'd be fun too. This is me telling you bye-bye. I'm gonna go and edit this video while my coconut burfi sets in. See you guys super duper soon. Hope you all have a blessed Diwali. Until the next video, bye.